What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Mirror Table, where what you bring to the table is a reflection of you. And today we are bringing moths to the table. Actually, it's a fun thrift flip that we have when moths attack your clothing. These are really cool things you can do to upcycle those pieces that have moth holes. So we're going to explore different appliques and show you guys how to arrange appliques in a cute, really cool pattern so that you can upcycle your own moth-ridden pieces.
When your favorite cashmere or wool pieces meet moths, you get lots of damage. These damaged pieces end up in the thrift store or the landfill. Today, we're going to see some really fun, creative upcycles. So let's start with some inspiration. I always go to Pinterest for my inspiration. So here are some photos that I pin that are really cool and creative. So I am going to incorporate some of these ideas into these blazer jackets that I thrifted. So I am going to hand embroider some pieces to put on my jacket. So I'm using some cotton ribbon and I am going to just write all types of different sayings, and I'm going to use a chain stitch to hand embroider each letter on the ribbon. So you will need some embroidery thread and a large needle and markers to write the sayings on your cotton ribbon. So here I am using a chain stitch. I just poke a hole through, I go back through the same hole and then punch through another. There are tutorials on YouTube that show you about embroidery, so you can, I guess, check out different videos. And if you have any questions, I can kind of go slow and really kind of show you guys exactly how to do it. But there are a lot of professionals that do this. I'm just kind of doing it to just applique, but the chain stitch is pretty easy to learn. So be as creative as you want with this. You can even draw little symbols and motifs or characters and use different colors of embroidery thread. So just have fun with this and just make something fun and interesting. And so these are some of the ones that I created. So just use a marker and write the saying you want, and then you just embroider. So I use two different colors with this. I put I am fashion here, and this one I wrote be your own muse. So you can just have fun and come up with sayings and write your own and come up with a cool patch to cover all of the lovely moth holes that you find on your winter pieces.
So this is a cool and simple way that you can create your own hand embroidered pieces with your own messages and sayings to really create an outfit that is uniquely your own. Now this next applique idea is a crochet. I have crocheted for the first time ever. I'm learning how to crochet. I'm trying to get the technique down, but let me show you how you can crochet pieces, even if you don't know how to crochet like me, and create some granny square patches to go on your upcycle pieces. Granny squares is really hot and trending for the next fashion season. So this is a craft you really want to learn how to do, even if all you know how to do is granny squares, and create your own really unique upcycle pieces. So I'm learning how to do this, and little rusty or quite rusty at it, but I'm figuring it out, and practice just makes you better and better at it.
When crocheting granny squares, you will of course need some yarn and a crochet hook. This is my first time crocheting ever and it is really bad. So do not learn this from me. There are plenty of tutorials on YouTube with many skilled people who know how to crochet, and I tried to watch some. So I had my mother to show me how. Took me all day, but I did make this one. So I am a work in progress. So I'm just going to keep practicing until I get better. In the meantime, my mother did whip up some more granny squares for me so that I could show this video. So here are all the beautiful granny squares that my mom made so that I can use to cover up the moth holes on my cashmere jacket.
Okay, and another way is upcycle appliques. So, the sweaters that get the moth holes in them, you can actually cut that sweater up and create an applique. I did mine with numbers and letters, and you can create whatever you want. You can create symbols and motifs of whatever you want, and you're gonna cut them out and just zigzag around, and let me show you how.
First, you're going to grab an old sweater that may have moth holes, and you're going to lay on some stencils. I'm using numbers. Cut around your stencil to reveal your applique. You're going to lay your applique on top of some felt fabric. I glue the applique on first, and then I'm zigzagging around the edges. Now you can see our stencil cutouts are starting to look like appliques. So continue to zigzag around all of the appliques on the felt, and then you're going to cut them out, and you'll see an applique. You can also do this with t-shirt graphics. You can take any graphic that you see on a t-shirt and upcycle that into an applique. I did do a short video on how to create t-shirt graphics, and I will tag that in this video.
Now, once you have all of your appliques ready to go, you want to pick a piece. It could be a pair of wool pants, a wool blazer. Today, we're going to focus on wool blazers that have moth hose, and we're going to create a pattern that has the balance, symmetry, rhythm, all those design elements to create a really cool artistic fashion design piece.
So this is the cashmere blazer that I am going to applique, keeping in mind the 5 elements of design. So first is proportion. Your appliques are going to be different sizes, and you want to take into account how the sizes are going to be arranged to create balance. Now, balance is achieved either with symmetry or asymmetry. With a symmetrical design, both sides are equal. With an asymmetrical design, most of your appliques will be off to one side. However, you need to make sure your design appears balanced. Make sure your design has a main focal point. This is an emphasized area of the design that you want people to notice first. And make sure the colors and shapes and sizes flow in a beautiful rhythmic pattern. When you find a rhythm, you will feel that this is cohesive and that your design has harmony. When you achieve harmony, nothing feels out of place. Everything works well together. So I'm going to glue my pieces on first, and then I'm going to hand applique them, and then we'll come back and look at the design. So I went with a more symmetrical design. You can see each sleeve has something on the sleeve. Each front panel has something. You have a larger applique on one side, another larger applique on the other. If you notice, my focal points is the heart and the saying that says love is even better. I balanced my design on the back as well. My focal point stands out and my colors flow beautifully together. And let's see how we're going to style it. So this first look, I'm going to style it with a bodycon dress, and I had some granny squares and some yarn left, so I just upcycled a crochet bag and made it look really cute. I added some tassels, and this is the look. I chose some boots and a bodycon dress. I think this is really cute and fun outfit. Now let's check out some other ways of how you can style this really cute upcycled jacket.
Now you guys see that those clothing have moth holes in them. You don't have to throw them away, or if you see them in a thrift store, it's okay to buy them and upcycle them with some applique pieces. This video was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned some new things about appliques and designing on upcycle pieces. And thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to give this video a big thumbs up. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.